What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Wellthy Stocks back with another video today, taking a look at Moderna. So we'll take a look at how the stock traded this past week, what I'm looking for in the future, kind of recap some things that we were hoping for Moderna in 2021, and based on that, what we think it could do for the rest of this year. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Moderna are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So let me hit record and we will cover some of that information that, I've covered in previous videos, but, if you haven't seen those, then I want to cover what 2021 has in store for Moderna. So this is this article is called Moderna has big plans for 2021. If you want to read it, it's from Benzinga. But I want to talk about, Moderna, what it has done in 2020, what it can continue to do in 2021. So first things first, stock price was up 434%. Great. But more importantly than that, what have they done to, get to that level? Well, currently, I want to talk about some positives for Moderna, right? So we're talking about 300 million doses for the US, 40 million for Canada, 50 million for Japan, 7 million for the UK, and 160 million for the EU. These are some of the supply deals that Moderna has made. Their 2021 production range was recently increased to 600 million doses for the year 2021, but they are looking, like this article says, I believe, right there, they continue to ramp up production with the goal of achieving 1 billion doses of the coronavirus vaccine this year. The fact that they're able to do all of this, we're talking about a company that barely had revenue about a year ago, and now we're talking, over $10 billion of revenue, probably approaching 13 billion in 2021. So that should be pretty celebrated. The other thing that I want to talk about, is they are set to arrive in France on Monday. So that's tomorrow, which is great news, right? More people getting vaccinated hopefully puts an end to COVID. This article also kind of talks about the same thing. 600 million doses is what they're planning on producing as of right now in 2021, which is up 100 million from their kind of previous estimate. But that 600 million is still not what they are, going for. They're striving for that billion doses. So we'll see if that can happen and what that looks like for the company moving forward. But then this article from Bloomberg, I'm looking at it on Yahoo Finance, but this article from Bloomberg also talks about the potential of mRNA vaccines, right? So the messenger RNA vaccines that are currently being used to treat COVID, what that could mean for just the future of this technology in vaccinations for cancer treatments, right? So I'm not going to read through the whole article here, but it really takes a look at the technology that they use, the nucleic acids called messenger RNA, and then they talk about how that could be used for other treatments such as cancer treatments, as well as some other therapeutics. So I've talked about that in the past as well, right? Other therapeutics, other ways this can be used. Now, we don't necessarily have the data available to say for certain that yes, it will be able to fight this, but the fact that we have some level of information of its potential, right? Once we do start getting good news on this front as well, and the trials and those results, then I think this could help the stock as well. So let's go over here and now let's take a look at, from a stock perspective, how we did this week. So let me close this, hit the 5-day chart, and we'll kind of see what happened. Let me get rid of this indicator here for a sec. So as you guys know, from early on in the week, we started in the 104s and ended the week at 113s. At one point, going up to the 120s, low 120s, right? So we had a little bit of an up day, a little bit of a down day, up day, sell-off day, and then a little bit more of a sell-off day. So what's going on with Moderna? And what could that mean for us moving forward, right? So let's take a look here. And if I bring my drawings back, we will see what I have been talking about, which is we've been studying the stock for a little bit now. So for a while there, it was making this pattern where it was trading in this downward trend line. We talked about how this 101 was a key point and how that could mean for the stock. That could be the point where the stock turns around. We got that, right? We hit a low of 102 and we've been pushing up. So now what we have is this line right here. And we are making sure that we are making higher lows every day. We were making higher highs, higher lows for a lot of the time there. But you know, Friday marks the first day where we did not make a higher high or a higher low after doing so for 5 days. What does that mean for the stock moving forward? Well, if you guys remember, we had drawn this line as kind of a point that we wanted to stay above, because if it starts breaking down again, then, you know, what is the next level of support before we hit that 102 level, right? So all that to say, you know, it's not necessarily really bad news that the stock did make a lower high, lower low on Friday, just because I think, you know, in the future, if we can hold this bottom line, right, which means tomorrow, if this candle were to move up just a little bit and our, you know, low would be kind of in the 113s, 114s, and we kind of ride this line upward, I'm still okay with the way it's trading. The other thing that I want to really focus on is this 55 EMA, which we bounced off of on Thursday at 112.28, and then on Friday what we saw was a little bit of a bounce as well at 112.30. So my kind of key thing that I'm looking out for is we stay above this line that we mentioned here, but also that we stay above the 55 EMA, right? That we use that as a really good level of support. We bounce off of this, and that if we stay above the 8 EMA, which is at 114.88, then we use that as a good level of support as well. So what I want to see from the stock this week, to kind of sum it up, is it riding this line up, right? Hopefully pushing up. Not saying it has to go up a ton really fast, right? As long as it continues a slow climb up. Uses the 55 EMA, which is currently at 112.30, stays above it and closes above it, and then gets above this 8 EMA at 114.88. And then when it comes down to this 114.88, it can use that as a good level of support and then bounce up. That's what I'm hoping for this week, but I'll keep you guys posted on what we see this week, right? Maybe we see a break of this line and another fall downward, or maybe we see a nice push upward as we continue riding this up, similar to what we got last week, right? So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you guys posted. Hope you guys all had an amazing weekend. If you have, you know, an investment in Moderna and what you are doing with it, I'd love to chat with you guys down in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed down below. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.